100,000 subscribers, guys. It has been an honor. It really has. It's been amazing. And since I don't drink, I want to have a celebratory toast to every single one of you guys. The people that love the channel, the people that subscribed, and even the haters. We have the best subscribers and the best haters. This shit's bomb as hell. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here. And I had a dream that felt like it was towards the sky, but we wound up striking our goal. With Sky Striker Mobilize Engage off the forbidden list, we are going to be looking at how powerful Sky Strikers can be inside of this competitive Sky Striker deck profile. I need some more of this, because man, you guys already know what's next. So of course, if you guys want to see more videos like this, then be sure to destroy that subscribe button, but also be sure to hit that notification bell so we can stay strong. Also, for the people that want to see more behind the scenes content, get to know the King of Games a little better, and join our chat, consider joining our Patreon. We have so many awesome rewards. So the office is about fixed up and it's a little bright. My arthritis is not gonna, let me survive in this 100-degree heat. Let's get to the deck profile. The sucky thing about my new office is that I have no idea how this looks exactly until I edit it. I could be over here looking like a locked character. I can actually be fine. That is one of the terrible things about having a new deck profile space. But anyways, Sky Striker is one of the best going second tempo decks, and in this particular build, we're going to be focusing on that. Of course, since there aren't a lot of Sky Striker combos, there's literally like one, I'll be able to go over some budget options as well as some alternative cards you could be playing if you're not feeling this particular build. Starting off with the monsters, we run 3 copies of Sky Striker Ace Ray and 2 copies of Sky Striker Ace Rose. Now, there are some builds that play 0 copies of Sky Striker Ace Rose. There are some builds that play 1 copy. I decided to play 2 because you need to see a Sky Striker monster. We only have 3 different Sky Striker monsters, Ray, Rose, and of course the spell card that becomes a monster. And it's very important that you see one of them in order to start off with your plays. And of course, between all 3 of those, Sky Striker Ace Ray is the best one because he can summon itself from the graveyard. Rose actually has a pretty decent effect, but most importantly, it is another name. So with this card, you could play 0, you could play 1 or 2. I would strongly advise against playing 3. And even if you are playing the Utopia package, I just don't feel that it's worth it to play 3 Rose. The last real monster in this deck is 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Seeing that this is a going second striker build, you probably want to main board one of the best going second cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! It also allows you to unoccupy your main monster zone in order for you to get a disruption and allow you to activate your Sky Striker spell cards. Moving forward, we play a ton of hand traps, and I decided to go fairly generic since we're not 100% sure what exactly the format is, but of course you can change your hand trap lineup accordingly to what you see. I decided to play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Ghost Bell, and 2 copies of DD Crow. So I'm telling you guys right now, DD Crow is a secret tech card that you should be playing. I'll be able to make a video of the other secret tech cards, but this card is amazing in almost every matchup. The mirror match, you DD Crow the Engage, Solomon Great, you DD Crow the Gazelle. Tri-Brigade may not have the most amazing matchup, but you can DD Crow certain cards to prevent them from popping off. Dino, DD Crow Misk, the list goes on with this card. This card is completely amazing. And the reason why I decided to play these hand traps again is because they are generic. Just about every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck that is currently being played right now can be hit by every single one of these hand traps. Cards like Droll and Lockbird, Artifact Lancey, and Fantastical Dragon Phantasme are amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but unfortunately, they're a little bit more niche. One card that I really wanted to play was Fantastical Dragon Phantasme because it allows you to fix your hands from time to time, but we're not 100% sure how many link-based decks or how prevalent it will be, especially with Dragon Link being hit. So my strong suggestion is to play whatever hand trap fits your current meta, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward with these spell cards. 3 copies of Sky Striker Widowmaker. These are gonna be the Sky Striker cards, 2 copies of Shark Cannon, 2 copies of Afterburners, 2 copies of Area Zero, 1 Jam and Waves. I'm sorry, I just love saying jamming waves like that. 1 multi-roll, 1 Hornet drones, of course, our Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, boys. 2 strong, and we're gonna finish it up with 1 Hercules base. I think that this is extremely standard for your Sky Striker spell cards. If you guys see me build this deck on Twitch, I actually cut one of the Shark Cannons for Hercules base because I do admit Pot Avarice is a good Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but it's even better when it's searchable. Some players may not understand exactly how powerful Engage is for this deck. It's extremely good because it allows you to get that search plus that +1, which basically keeps you in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Now, Eagle Booster is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I am not playing, and in theory, Eagle Booster can be really good, especially with the rise of cards like Infinite Impermanence and Effect Veiler. But the reason why I decided not to play that is because it's just not likely you would have the combo and the Eagle Booster, which means you'd have to search into it, and a lot of times you already got your play started. That is all that we have for our Sky Striker spell cards. Moving on to our regular spell cards, I actually decided to go with 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods and the Metal Foes Fusion. For the people that don't know what Foolish Burial Goods is, it allows you to send Sky Striker Mobilize Engage to your graveyard, and then when you follow up with your Sky Striker monster, you can add that card to your hand, as well as it being an additional spell card for you to be able to have in your graveyard for when you start activating your Sky Striker cards. If you already have Engaged, then congratulations, send Metal Foes Fusion to your graveyard, shuffle it back into your deck, and then draw a card. Now, the reason why I feel that Foolish Burial Goods is just so amazing at 3 is because, of course, you want to see Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, duh. So, of course, I'm going to play 3 copies of this card, which gives me a 34% chance of opening it over 22, and the odds of opening 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods are negligible. You heard it from me, guys. Math and statistics from the guy that never took statistics. My math teachers are easily rolling in their graves by now because your boy didn't cheat at the system. That's right, I said graves. Boomers. Moving forward, just Reinforcement of the Army and Terraforming. These can be pseudo Sky Striker cards because Terraforming is going to search your field spell, and Reinforcement is only going to search your Sky Striker monsters. And here is where we get expensive, boys. Hold on to your britches, guys. Pull it up really, really high, because I do play 3 copies of Forbidden Drip and 3 copies of Triple T. 3 Triple T sounds like a song. 3 Triple T, 3 Triple T, take your opponent's monsters and they get the D, looking at their hand every day, then taking cards all the way away. Okay, yeah, that can seriously be some weird song. There's actually a reason why I decided to play 3 Drip and 3 Talents. I like expensive things. I don't necessarily think that these cards are really mandatory for the Sky Striker deck. You can actually, I'm pretty confident you can take out Drip. It's a good card. It's just not the end all be all. A card that I found was really good inside of this format was Book of Boon. It allows you to flip your opponent's monster face down, which can be good if you're going against a strategy that can make Zeus. You can flip that monster that was XE7 face down when they declare an attack. And then of course Forbidden Chalice, which is just an overall amazing Yu-Gi-Oh card. The crazy thing is, a few weeks ago I put Forbidden Chalice at the "oh no, what are you doing, baby?" And now I'm talking about how good the card is. There's also some cards like Mystic Mine and Set Rotation that you could be playing. I decided to actually go against both of those because in a lot of situations, Mystic Mine just isn't great. Mystic Mine is good in a combo format, and the Forbidden list just so happened to hit 2 combo decks. One of the combo decks that they didn't hit just so happens to be able to play Mystic Mine and Prankins. The other combo deck summons Herald of Ultimateness. Good luck resolving your Mystic Mine. The card that we were testing on stream was Pot of Prosperity as well. That card was pretty dope. If you guys decide to play Pot of Prosperity, then of course I will give you the cards that you should banish with Pot of Prosperity. The theory behind it is that you actually only need it once. The odds of you being able to get the card that you need, which is sometimes a Sky Striker monster, is just, it's really good. So that is it for my budget options, as well as some alternative options for this particular Sky Striker build. Moving on to the extra deck, of course, we got to play the 3 copies of Swagged Out Kagari. Kagari is the best Sky Striker monster because it allows you to recur your spells. Second best would be Shizniz. You can't say that if you're not black. Stick to Shizuku. That's our word. Now, Shizniz would easily be the second best Sky Striker because it's a reinforcement of the army at the end of the turn. Next is 3 copies of Hayate. Hayate is amazing because it sends Sky Striker spell cards from your deck to your graveyard that you can morph into Kagari to add that Sky Striker spell and jump card. So these 2 are practically Rota 2. And then 1 copy of Kana. I actually like Kana. She deserves more love, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of practical uses for her. Next is 1 copy of Zeke. I actually want to play 2 copies of this card because it's a lot better than what players think, but 1 is fine. The cool thing about Zeke is that when you take your opponent's card with Widowmaker or when you take it with Shark Cannon, you can use that plus your Stride Striker to make Zeke, and then Zeke to turn into any of these Sky Strikers when you want to use their effects. One copy of Crystron Hawklefabrix, one copy of Selene, one copy of Ningirsu, and then one copy of Access Code Talker. If you guys cannot afford Access Code Talker, I am not going to cap. This deck becomes extremely that much harder to play because this deck cannot inflict tons of damage in one particular instance outside of it. But if you guys must, the Boral, you can't even make that. Fortunately enough, I know two things. First, since I know I have the best subscribers in the world and an awesome community, there will be some people down below in the comment section that will give you budget options that are a lot better than what I would suggest because the parole cards just don't work. And two, Access Code Talker is getting a reprint inside of the Mega 10, so it'll be a lot cheaper by that time around. But that is pretty much all that I have for the main board in the extra deck. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even gonna go ahead and switch lens. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the combo right here. So the Sky Striker combo is fairly simple. You need basically any two monsters. One of them has to be a tuner. Now, fortunately for us, every single one of our hand traps, for the exception of DD Crow, just so happens to be a tuner. So any of these guys can work. Let's say it is the next turn after I follow up my plays. Don't know why I have Hayate right here instead of Shizuku, but I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon my tuner and then go ahead and link both of these monsters off. You link them to Crystron Hawklefabrix. Hawklefabrix allows you to special summon Effect Veiler to your side of the field. And then you link both Hawklefabrix and Effect Veiler. You link it into your Selene. And here's where I have to add that stipulation. There needs to be at least 3 spell cards between both players' graveyard. Seeing that your deck is like, I don't know, 90% spells, it should be fairly easy for you to get at least 3 into your graveyard. That will put 3 counters on Selene. Selene's effect will special summon that Effect Veiler back to your side of the field. And ta-da! You have a 5,300 attack Access Code Talker that can actually banish, well, in this particular sequence, at least 3, or destroy, why I say banish, destroy at least 3 cards on the field. But when you combine it through, the longer your grind game becomes, you can actually destroy up to 6 because you play every target. Also, if you guys are playing Pot of Prosperity, I almost forgot about that. The 3 cards that you probably should look into banishing. Keep in mind, if you do the numbers, you really only need to banish 3 are the Kana, Chalice, and the Hayate. Well, that is all that I have for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. 100,000 subscribers, guys. I am way too excited, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. As I said before, I have the best fans, I have the best subscribers, we just got the best over here, so if you aren't subscribed, you might as well join it. But to be honest with you guys, if you're a hater, then I got the best haters too. You guys are pretty cool too. I appreciate you for watching the video for this long. Whether you love them or hate them, go ahead and check out these videos so you can love or hate even more, and I'll catch you on the next one.